Hi friends, today we are going to find out duplicate number, whether the duplicate number is present in given array list or not. Okay, but we are going to use JDK 1.7. Okay, later we are going to see how to do it in JDK 1.8. First, in order to find out whether it is duplicate or not, there are two ways to write it. I will choose the simple way for you. So in public static boolean, so boolean will return true or false is duplicate. So I'm passing the list here, list of integer here, list. Okay, so I'm passing that hash set now. Set of integer. So I'm going to pass the list here. So the purpose of this functionality, like passing a list into the set, what will do, set will remove all the duplicate. So now what we'll do, we are going to compare the list size given size equal to say after duplicate size. If the size are same, then there is a no duplicate, return as false. If size is not matching, then there is a duplicate is present. Okay, so I'm going to write a system and then duplicate list class. Okay. Is there any duplicates? Passing list here. Yeah, there is a duplicate because number 5 is there, it will return duplicate. Now what will do, I will remove the duplicate and see. So there is no duplicate. Okay, and also there is another way to write a duplicate program. Okay, I'm removing this condition. So what we are going to do, we are going to iterate the integer. So the integer will print 1 by 1, and then I'm using hash set to add the each and every element. Okay, but the beauty of add method is that if the number is not present in the hash set, it will simply return as true. If the number is already present, then it will skip adding and return as a false. The false means I am not going to add the number because the number is already present. But what we need is, if the number is already present in hash set, I want to return the true and come out of the loop. Okay, so for that I am going to reverse the logic. If set dot add, if the number is already present in the hash set nature is written as a false, I'm going to change it to true. Okay, I'm repeat again. If the number, forget about that not equal, set dot add, if the same number is already present, by default nature it return as a false, but I'm going to change it to true. It means that if the number is already present, return as a true, come out of the loop. Okay, this is a default condition. If the none of the elements are not duplicates, return as a false. False. I'm adding 7 again. True. Duplicate number is true. There is another way to detect the duplicate or not, but in this method we need to find out which are the numbers are duplicate. Okay, we need to find out which are the numbers are duplicate. So basically we are going to identify 7 is a duplicate here, so I'm going to add for extra 6 here. 6 is a duplicate. Okay, so we are going to print 7 and 6 which are duplicate. Okay, so in JDK 1.7, so what we'll do, we'll create an hash map. The key we will take it as a which are the numbers. Okay, which are the numbers, and the right side also is an integer, but we are storing as how many times repeated. Basically we are going to create an hash map. The hash map integer will be key. The key basically have number of numbers, integers, and number of time repeated. Okay, so I have taken a hash map, so I need to iterate that integer list. So now I'm going to iterate it. During iteration I'm going to add that key and value. So I'm taking the map dot put. So put method for adding key and value. Key is that I is the key which I'm doing iteration. I need to know how many times it has been repeated. So for that I'm using map dot get. So get will return that actually if you pass the key, the value will be returned. But get our default, right? If you pass the key, if the key is available, corresponding value will be returned. If the key is not available, then default value will be returned. Default means we need to hard code the value. Okay, say for example I'm passing I, if the I number of time repeated I'm getting. In case the number is not repeated at all, so I need to set a default value, and I need to increase plus I. In Java we use plus I to increment the count, right? So we are increasing the count every time the number comes. Okay, now the hash map is ready. Now I need to find out which are the numbers are duplicate. So I need to store the duplicate numbers into separate list. For that I'm creating one array list, duplicate numbers, new array list. Okay, now I need to iterate the map. Okay, so map dot entry set. So entry set will open that will give the set view. So I'm using the map dot integer entry dot map integer comma integer. I'm using colon. Okay, colon. So iteration I'm using for loop 1.5 and creating a variable as a iterate. So variable. Okay, so entry dot map, entry is not resolved, key, sorry, map dot entry, okay, and I'm checking that which are the number is greater than 2. Okay, or we can put greater than 1, which are repeated. So iterate dot get value. So dot add. I need to add the key, not the value. Okay, remember, because we want to know which number is repeated. Okay, so that is a key. The value is number of times the number is repeated, but the key is just the number. Okay, just the number. So system dot out dot println and the duplicate number list. So 6 and 7 are duplicate. Okay, so I'm repeating again. If you are confused, don't worry. I have taken the list of array list. It has numbers, and I have taken hash map. The hash map basically a key and value pair. Key nothing but a number of what are the numbers have been present. Okay, key is nothing but what are the numbers of present, but value what are the numbers have been repeated. Okay, so in order to know what are the numbers have been repeated, I'm incrementing +1. Okay, every time the same number comes, I'm repeating 1. If the number is not repeated, it will assign as a default value 0. Okay, for example, first time that number 6, okay, number 6 comes, it will check that number 6 very first time it is not repeated, so it will assign the default value 0 but increment 1. Okay, so the key will be 6 and the value will be 1. When the second time the same number has been repeated, what will happen? The 6 will come again and will check 6 is repeated. Yes, it is repeated. The previous value is 1, so 1 plus 1 is 2. So the thing is that map will have that 6 is the key and the value will be 2. Number of times repeated is 2. When you do iteration, we will check which are the numbers have been repeated more than once, so it will be stored into that list and we are printing the list. Okay, thanks for watching.